In this part, I'm going to talk about some of the updates I did on these big army men. I got these figures a while ago at one of the local dollar stores, and there's 5 figures in the pack, and they're pretty much the size of regular action figures. And I always noted before, I think there's an interesting sniper image there in the corner. I think they just took that from a game or something. Here's 3 of the figures, what they look like. If you guys had missed the other videos, I'll put a link below for those. So there's a lot of problems with these figures. The plastic is kind of soft. It isn't. I guess it's pretty much just like a enlarged armament. So if you know what that plastic is like, but there's a lot of bad seams that are hard to smooth out because the plastic is so soft. So what I ended up doing was just pretty much cutting it right below the surface. I think that was the best thing I could do. And then what I got started with, I cut this guy's arm off earlier, and I put it back in like a victory pose there, and I started painting him kind of like a German soldier. But then I got the idea to convert all the armymen to as if they were baseball players, so that's what I've been working on. And I had started the other one with the guy in the red outfit, but I did a couple more here. So oh, actually, here's this guy. His arm broke off because I kind of had I don't know what happened. It broke off, so he's armless right now, and I gotta find the arm again. I think it's in my box though. So with this guy, I decided to paint in I wanted an orange outfit, so I didn't really want an Orioles team because I didn't really care for the Orioles. And I know the Giants had an orange uniform like that, so I chose that, kind of go with that theme, I guess. And so I don't know, I might eventually have to start just calling them the orange team and not name, like, I don't know. They'll probably come after me because like the baseball players are holding guns, but I mean half the players have guns anyways, and who knows what they do in the off season. And this guy, so this one I didn't bother repriming, I just painted it over. It wasn't that big a deal because the other gray coat was just pretty much a base coat on there. So yeah, I did that. That was the first step, and then I went back, painted the brown trim on the jacket to make it a little different. I kind of inspired by the Padres. They had that kind of color scheme, like yellow and brown, I guess. But I didn't want to put the complicated Padres thing. It would be a little hard to do. So, the first idea I had was to make the Astros uniform. I might still do that, but it seemed like that'd be. I think my problem was that it would look too similar almost to the Reds guy, because it was just pretty much the colorful shirt and then everything else was white. So here's the back of it there. I should get rid of that copyright thing or whatever you call it. Here's the Reds guy, or the Cincinnati team player. The Red Sea team. This is what I had before in the other video. I don't have the reference photo here. I think it's on my other computer. Here's what I had worked on since then. Yeah, I painted his hair in. I kind of gave him like a 70s little mustache thing there. And I had the idea, I had the C on his shirt there, but I took it off and I decided to put a little American flag. I gotta finish painting it, and I think I gotta get some paint markers. I think it would be really handy. Kind of like the little thin Sharpie. I know that I might try to get some of those because I tried to paint a 21 on his arm too, but I erased that because I didn't do a very good job. I put the black outlines around the trim. I think it looks a little better. I wish these were thinner, but that's the smallest brush I had. This paint's kind of like brittle because the knee here it's easy to mess up the paint job, I guess. So I just repainted everything, and I decided I wasn't going to blend anything really. I'm just going to make it look clean, I guess. Well, I'll dirty them up later. And here's the back of them, and I was inspired by on the Reds player. Sean Casey used to play for the Reds. He was my favorite player when I grew up watching it, and I know he seemed like a nice guy and never got caught for steroids. So there's like 2 criteria there for me. I guess I'm not really trying to make it look like him. I just put that number on there. I trimmed some of the edges up. I didn't do the best job of painting the number on there, and I had to paint the straps back in. I'm still kind of debating if I'll leave the number. Maybe I'll just make it really small there. But let me know what you guys think. I put the C's on the boots, and I don't know, kind of interesting, I guess. I don't really see that too much. Otherwise, the boots seem too like they're too black, and I don't know. But here's the little base I made for it. This is just it was the lid for like a candle, and it's upside down. And I filled it in with I don't know what I filled it in with. I can't think of the name, but it's like for fixing walls or something. And I filled that in, and I didn't have any, since I'm on the pour right now. I don't have any flocking stuff for dioramas. So what I did here was I can't. So when this was still wet, I sprinkled cinnamon sugar on the putty stuff there, and that's what the dirt is. And this is in the process of drying, so it looks kind of weird, but all the stuff that's supposed to be the grass is actually just like parsley, like you get in the little shakers at the dollar store. So I did that, so I think it looks pretty good, like, actually. And since this, I covered it back over, so it's more flat, like turf, I guess. But I kind of wanted it like a little dirt to show through, so it wasn't necessarily on like a well manicured field, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what else to do for the base though, because I don't know. If I thought he was like the pitcher, then I could put a little base where he's throwing, which might be kind of interesting. He's kind of on a circle, like a mound maybe, but I kind of like to think of him more as an outfielder. Eventually, maybe, if you guys have any ideas how to make it like with supplies, pretty much, I'm gonna make a little glove for his hand there. I think it'd be kind of cool, just like one of those leather ones that's real thin. So I'll try to do that. Oh, here's a close up of the base. I always kind of wonder about those cheap spices in stores, because they're like really cheap and kind of suspicious. So they don't say where they come from or anything. They just say they're distributed by someplace. I don't know. But it kind of works for this. I was looking at my spices, and you can just, there's so many different textures from all the different spices, you know, or finer grain and stuff. Oh, I had basil's like a little thicker leaves and stuff. So that's kind of fun to do. And here's where I repainted the letter off there. I got a lot of little trim to do. And I'll probably weather the grenades a little bit. And I'm not going to blend the skin, because it's not going to work too well.